I am so excited to go through my entire collection today and do a declutter. So I keep all my makeup in these drawers from IKEA. I did also add my everyday makeup into this section to make it easier so we can see everything kind of in one place today. Let's just dive right into it. Okay, let's get started with this first drawer. So this is all of my foundations and concealers, and like I said, I did put all the makeup from my everyday drawer at my makeup desk into here so we can see everything all in one place. So this little tub right here is all of my go-to daily concealers, so I will be keeping everything in here, of course. We have the NARS Soft Matte Concealers. These are my favorite for spot concealing. The Tower 28 concealers. And then I have a few shades of the Natasha Denona concealers, which is like my holy grail concealer right now. I also have this one by ColourPop I've been using. It is getting kind of old, so I think I will declutter it soon, but not just yet because I do like it and I like the light color that it has. One concealer in here I know I want to declutter is this YSL All Hours concealer. So this one was sent to me earlier this year. Pretty excited to try it, but I really don't like the applicator. Like, not a lot of product comes off on the tip, so I find myself having to re-dip all the time. Also, the color is a little too yellow for me, which is funny because I believe it's a neutral. I love the packaging though. Yeah, the shade is LN1, but it is so yellow. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. But I do have the All Hours foundation, which I have been loving recently. Like, this is probably one of my favorites at the moment, so I'll be keeping this. I'm also gonna go ahead and declutter this Tula Radiant Skin little skin tint here. I've had this for about 2 years now, and I just cannot get myself to use it. And if I'm not actively wanting to use a product, why am I holding on to it? So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. Okay, what else do we have in here? Ooh. Okay, this Bare Minerals Original Pure Serum, I believe this is new from them. They did send it to me, I want to say like a month or two ago. Honestly, I really like this foundation at first on my skin. I like that it's serum, it's very lightweight, and it has a good coverage, but it just does not set down on my skin. And like, no matter how much powder I put on top of it, my skin just still feels wet throughout the whole day, and I don't like that feeling. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this one. I have quite a few of the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealers. I have been using this as foundation. Wait, why do I have 3? I thought I only had 2. Okay. This is a great drugstore concealer, but again, I love it as foundation. This one's pretty low. I'm gonna hang on to all of them. I have 2 of the Fenty Eavesdrop Skin Tints, and I do think I want to pan the shade 5 this year, so I'm gonna hang on to these for now, but if I don't finish them this year, I'll probably declutter them eventually because I've had them since 2021, I think. Ugh, the Hourglass Hydrating Skin Tint. So I bought this when it came out this year. I thought I wasn't gonna love it, and I just think it's way too dewy for me. I just look like a whole grease ball when I wear this foundation. So it's like having a hard time wanting to part with this. And I kind of want to try it like again, just to like triple check to make sure I don't like it. Maybe I'll have to film another like full face of makeup I might declutter, but I do love the shade match of this, and it's just Hourglass. Like, it's just kind of bougie, you know? I'm gonna hang on to it for now. I can't let go of it just yet. Ooh, the Auric Glow Lust. I have held on to this product for a while. Earlier this year, I was trying to get some more usage on it, and for a while, I just didn't really know how I would like to use this product, and I honestly still don't know. I have the shade Morganite, and this is a little too deep for me to be as like a liquid highlighter. I also just don't really like a liquid highlighter in general, and I have mixed this with foundations, but I just don't really notice a difference with it. But again, it's like another beautiful product. I love Samantha Ravindal, but I think I'm gonna declutter this one. I don't get use, but gosh, this packaging is gorgeous. Oh, we got another Natasha Denona hiding back here. Keeping the LYS Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. So I got this one a few months before the Natasha Denona one came out, and like, I was liking it, but I'm not obsessed with it, and I feel like a lot of people really do love this one. I don't know, guys. I think this might be another one where I just need to start trying it again. Oh, that's one thing I didn't like about this. It's like so hard to get the thing back in the bottle. I'm gonna hold on to it for now just because, again, I did buy it last year, so there's still plenty of life left in it. Maybe I'll have to like try these together. I don't know. I've been trying out this One Size Turn Up the Base BB cream, and I kind of have been liking it, so I'm gonna hold on to that. I love the Hourglass Ambient Foundation for a full coverage look. It's my go-to for that. It's Born This Way. I don't know how old this is. We have an expiration date on here, maybe? I'm not seeing an expiration date, but it does say it lasts for 12 months after you open and used it. And I've definitely had this open for probably 3, maybe 4 years at this point. Have I used it recently? No. Kind of hurts a little bit because this is one of my favorite foundations for years. It's also my mom's favorite foundation. Like, she still uses this, I think, in the shade Vanilla. But I want to try new things, you know? So I think I'm going to declutter this one. I do like the Healthy Glow version for like a little foundation mixer. I used this a lot this summer, so I'm going to hold on to that. For the Rare Beauty foundation, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, I can make it work. It can look good on my skin, but I don't really love using it. And I like the way the packaging looks, but man, I hate rubbing this thing all over my face. I feel like I should try to get some more uses out of it and like really get my thoughts together, because right now it's just kind of mid in my opinion, you know? I have the Fenty Stick Foundation, love, love, love. And then I did buy the Glossier Stretch Foundation about a month ago, and the shade I have is way too light for me, but I have been kind of using this as a mixer to lighten up my foundation, so I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Okay, this next drawer is all of my powder, bronzers, and highlighters. Automatically, I know I'm going to keep my Hourglass one. This was on my project pan this year, and I did hit my goal on it. Love this bronzer. What's Up Beauty sent me these two new highlighters from them just a few months ago, and like, they're gorgeous. Like, look at this like embossing on here. It's really, really pretty, but I just don't use it, and I don't think they're like, it's not enough for me. I like a pretty highlightery look. Just like doesn't do enough for me. It's a little too soft in my opinion, so I think I'm going to rehome these just because they still are so brand new in my collection. I think I'm ready to declutter is this Hourglass little face quad I've had for a while now. I honestly don't even remember when I got this. I literally cannot tell you, and I just don't get use out of this. I don't really use face palettes, so I think it's time to rehome this one. A couple bronzers in here I do use consistently, the Makeup by Mario one, the Kosas one. I did just buy this Pat McGrath one a couple months ago because I wanted to try out her formula, and I bought it in like a really light shade. Still testing this one. Gosh. I don't think I've ever shown this on camera, but this is by KKW Beauty. I used to use this shade just to contour my nose. Like, that's literally all I would use it for, and I have not used it since, so I can get rid of this. I have the House Labs bronzer. I have it in more of like a cool tone shade. I like this one. I have two of these Sigma bronzers. I have light and medium. I'm holding on to both of them, and I like these because they're a matte formula. Back here we have some highlighters, and one in a box apparently. These are the Sigma ones. I honestly haven't touched these in a minute, but they're still really pretty. I like this kind of pinky one. Is this Sizzle? Yeah, Sizzle was my favorite out of all of the 6 that launched. The one I have in a box here is Savannah. I'm gonna go ahead and rehome this since it's clearly untouched, and I don't need it. I have other ones that I love, but I am gonna hang on to these ones for now. I can already tell you, of course I'm keeping the Rare Beauty ones. These are my current obsession favorite highlighters. I have used these this entire year. I have Pan, hello. I have Pan on both of these shades, so of course these are staying. I have this Fenty Beauty Diamond Balm. I honestly don't get much use out of it. I think the last time I used this was for the Taylor Swift concert, but you know, sometimes you just need something like that. So I'm gonna hold on to it. Okay, this is MAC Soft and Gentle. I don't know how old this is. Wow. Oh, that's so pretty though. I honestly kind of want to try this out on my face again, so I'm going to set this aside to like put in my makeup drawer. I did buy the Anastasia Glow Seeker highlighter that came out a few months ago. That's supposed to be kind of like a dupe for Amrezy. I don't really know if it's a dupe, but it's a pretty good highlighter, a little bit more gold. And this last one I have is the Too Faced Moon Crush in Shooting Star. I also got this one this year as well. So it's just another kind of basic highlighter. It kind of reminds me of the Becca formula a lot, and I do like this one, so I'm gonna hang on to that. Ugh, I am mentally not ready to go through this lip drawer right now. I pulled this aside too. This is what I keep on my desk with all of my like go-to nude lipsticks. But if you watch my videos, you know that I only use like literally one lipstick. I've been wearing this one by Makeup by Mario in literally every single video this past month. So like, here's the thing with lipsticks. I have, you know, a handful of nude lips that, like I said, I love to wear every single day, and I very rarely switch up my lipstick or do something deeper unless it's the holidays. So like, I wore a red lip once or twice this last month. Honestly, part of me just wants to like get rid of all of this, but I'm gonna be kind of realistic here. I don't even know where to start. Actually, I do. I can declutter this. This is just a Catrice tinted lip oil. They sent me like a PR package this last year with a bunch of these in it. And I think this is the one that I just tried, you know, because I wanted to try the formula. I thought it was fine, but I just don't see myself grabbing for this. You know what's funny? I have slowly been getting rid of my Fenty gloss bombs. I used to have like every single color and I would just like to collect them because like the gloss bomb was amazing when it came out. This is the first one that I have, if you can see by how like scratched up the cap is. Like there's some windowing happening here. Like this is the first one that came out in Fenty Glow, and honestly I think it's pretty freaking old at this point, right? So what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna put it into my kind of makeup memories box where I like to hold on to things that just like kind of have a sentimental value to them, but I won't put them on my face necessarily. So this one will be set aside, but I'm still holding on to it. I have a mini one in the shade Hot Chocolate. I think I've used this maybe once or twice. And like whenever I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. But like, do I ever actually use it? No. Declutter. I do have all of the Sigma Infinity Point lipsticks. Now, while I don't use these a lot, these are something that I would hang on to if I was ever doing like a sponsored video with them or want to do like a full face of Sigma or something like that. So, and that's kind of something I have to think about when I'm decluttering. Like, yes, part of me really just wants to keep the makeup that I use, but I have to remember that this is also my job. And if I do a video with the brand, I like to use their products and have them on hand. You know what I mean? So I will hang on to all of these. I do also have some of Sigma's lip oils. Now, I actually do love these lip oils, so these are definitely keeping. And these shades are just gorgeous. I love the clear. This is all heart and this is tint. So, so pretty. And then I also have the Sigma lip creams that came out earlier this year as well. I'm definitely gonna hang on to these. I have been using a few quite a bit. I literally don't know where it is, but I used the shade Rosewood for Christmas, and in a recent video, it's kind of like a deeper rosy red. It was so pretty, so I'm gonna hang on to these. I have this Sigma lip mask in tint. I do use this a lot too, so I'm gonna hang on to that. What I really wanna go through is these Lawless lipsticks. They sent a big PR package earlier this year that had like all of them in it. Thought I was being picky enough when I first got these, and like I got rid of some of them. You know, I didn't hang on to every single one, but like this is just too many. And one thing I've really learned about myself this year is that I prefer packaging where I can see the color of what I'm using when I'm just like looking for something, right? Like if I want to use a lipstick, I have to open every single one of these unless I want to memorize the shade names and their colors. You know what I mean? So I definitely prefer like a see-through packaging. So let's open all of these up. Okay, how do you feel about this angle? Like this is kind of weird here, but just work with me. I am staring at all of these lipstick shades. Immediately, I don't like this pinky one. This one is Daisy Girl, which is like, it's a pretty true cool tone pink. I'm gonna declutter that. I am gonna hang on to the red because I like to have like one good solid red lipstick, or at least one, so I'm gonna keep this one. There are two other shades that were in my everyday little lip thing there, where I have Wedding Day and, what's the other shade? Fawn. I like these two a lot, so Wedding Day and Fawn. Well, let me put these next to them. Wait a second here. You know, sometimes you just gotta like lay out all of your products. Yeah, I'm kind of liking how Soft Truffle looks. It's a little bit deeper than the two that I do really like, so I'll keep that. This one is Cookie. I did wear this sometime this month as well, so I am gonna hold on to it because I did like how I looked in it. Okay, do you see my problem here? Who is this? Tropic. Now, this one I think would be really pretty in the summer because it has a little bit of like a coraliness to it. Okay, see, this is my problem. I'm gonna keep it. This is Annie. It's pretty peachy. I'm gonna declutter that. Okay, and this is Platinum, which is one of like the lighter pinky shades, which I kind of like to use to lighten up a lip look, so I'm gonna hold on to that. I'm gonna keep Wedding Day open and kind of compare it to my other lips because I know I love this type of shade on myself. I think I'm gonna use this as kind of like a point of reference for the rest of this lip declutter. I have two Tower 28 glosses. I do like this formula a lot. Actually, let's smell them really quick because these ones do go bad kind of quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this one I got pretty recently in a PR package from them. I used it in my Barbie tutorial and I just smelled them, and this one smells off because I've had this one. Yeah, it just has a different smell to it. Damn, see, that's so upsetting. Like, it doesn't even look like I've used this lip product. So because that one smells off, I'm gonna declutter it. I did have another Tower 28 one in my everyday little bin here, so I'm gonna smell this one. At least this one has some use in it, you can tell. It's cashew. Why is it like gripped on there? Okay, smell test. Oh, it kind of smells off as well. Let me re-smell this one since I know this one is the newest. Yeah. Like that's upsetting. It's sad when you can't finish a product before it goes bad, but I do know that Tower 28 products do go bad pretty fast. That just kind of tells me like that's why I don't need so many lip products, because they're probably going to go bad before I ever get a chance to really enjoy and use them. So I'm gonna declutter this one, or like I have to declutter it, it's gone bad. I have 3 of these Sigma lip creams that were in the Beauty and the Beast set. I do really like this shade Bonjour. It's clearly the like lightest nude one. Looks pretty close to my wedding day. That was a fun sentence. I actually really like the size of this in the applicator compared to like the real full-size ones. Like look at how easy this applicator is. Like because this product is so pigmented, I like a more precise applicator, whereas this one is pretty chunky, you know, but still good product. So I think for these, I'm gonna declutter this deeper shade. I just know I'm not gonna get much use out of it. Okay, I'm doing better than I thought. Ooh, I have not used this in a while. I did just buy the little new mini palette from this collection, the My Dream. I haven't used this one in a minute. That's a good color. I'm gonna hang on to that one. Probably put this like in my everyday bin. I feel like I would like that a lot. I want to look at my 3 BK Beauty lipsticks here. So I have this one in Grace that I would wear obsessively when I first got it. As you can tell, it's a shade that I really, really love. It's gonna look like all the other shades that I like, but I'm definitely gonna keep Grace. These other 2 shades I have not gotten much use out of. We have Acceptance and Kindness. Let's see what these look like here. Acceptance, Kindness. They're kind of more pinker and like a little more corally than I like, so I'm gonna declutter them. I don't know why I whispered that, but I'm excited about that declutter. And these ones can definitely be rehomed. Like they're not used that much at all. I do have 2 of the e.l.f. O Face satin lipsticks. Did they launch this year? Or was it 2022? I don't know, but I bought these myself and I like them, but do I love them? Okay, this one is No Doubt. Ooh, see, it is different than what I like here. Dirty Talk. A little more pink. See, this is the tricky part. I think because these are still pretty new in my collection, I'm gonna hang on to them for now. All right, what do we got over here? I have this one Rare Beauty balm. I've like tried to use this, but I don't get excited about it. Let's swatch it here. I like that formula a lot and kind of how slippery it is, but that shade's just kind of deeper than what I normally like to go for. I wonder if they have this in like a lighter nude color, because I feel like I would really like that because this formula is nice. I think I'm gonna declutter it. Like I said, I'm trying to be pretty ruthless with the lip declutter. All right, I got these 2 by Merit. This one is the lip oil. This one is the lip jelly. And I don't really like the lip, it might be gelée. I don't know. It's a really small applicator. Like this is tiny for like a hydrating lip product. It's not fun to apply, so I'm going to declutter that. This lip oil in All Natural I actually have used a lot, especially when I first got it. I just kind of like that little bit of color that it gives. How's it smell? Oops, still smells good to me, so let's keep this one for now. I have a random MAC lipstick. This is the shade Cherished. I kind of like that. I'm gonna hold on to that one. Then I have an itty bitty Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I believe, yep, it's Pillow Talk. God, this thing is so tiny. I'm gonna declutter that one. And I've never used this. I don't need that. All right, I have a couple random kind of liquid lipsticks here from Makeup Forever that I received in PR 2 years ago. I'm gonna keep the red. I love using a red. And I kind of like this burnt color as well. Kind of fun and different, you know? Pretty for fall though. It smells good, and I love the applicator on this one as well. Okay, keeping those. I got 2 Tarte lips in here. This one is lip cream. This one's a Maracuja Juicy Lip. I believe they're both in rose. Soft rose and rose. I just got my mom onto this product and she really likes it. That's pretty. I should use this. Oh, hello. That's the one issue with these products. They're like, the clicker's kind of annoying, you know? What is happening? Is it coming out? Did it die? Okay, well, I'm gonna declutter that. That was easy. Thank you. And then I have this one random Wet n Wild lip gloss that I did like a little TikTok sponsorship with, I think. I do like this color, and I like the clear packaging. It just, you know, I'm a girl who likes nice packaging. That's just why I don't have a lot of drugstore products in general. That is a really pretty kind of nude gloss. I'm gonna hang on to that one. Pull this off. I'm gonna do some more swatching. And what I really need to go through is all of these lip liners that live in this bag. Okay, so we need to talk about lip liners for a second. So I own all of these lip liners, right? And they're all pretty close in color, but if you watch my videos, the one lip liner I've been using all freaking year is Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude. And yes, it's the babiest thing in the world. I'm trying so hard to pan this, but I love the color of this lip liner. Like I've said 5 times now, I'm pretty happy with just wearing the same kind of nude shade of lipstick every single day, so I don't need to have this many lip liners if it's taken me a whole year just to go through one. Like this would take me literally 10 years to go through these lip liners if I continue at this rate. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do some swatches here and I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and swatched all these lip liners in this order on my hand. I find it really funny because people kept asking me like, what am I gonna do once I finish the Charlotte Tilbury one? And I was like, I have no problem because I have this many lip liners that look exactly the same. And this is really not necessary. So this first swatch right here is Iconic Nude because that's kind of like what I'm basing all of this off of. I'm going to order here. So this first one's Iconic Nude. This next one is a Makeup by Mario, which is actually really, really close. I'm going to keep that. And then Makeup by Mario is also a mini, which just makes it even better. I love mini lip products. This one right here looks kind of yellowy brown, which is Makeup Forever Anywhere Caffeine. Wait, doesn't like everyone love this lip liner though? Why did that swatch kind of weird? I don't know, it looks really yellowy on me, doesn't it? I mean, maybe I actually need to try it on my lips, and that's going to be the problem for this section of the video. I don't know why this is so hard for me, and like lip liner is not even like my favorite makeup product. I know I've been watching a lot like Kelly Gooch recently, and she said lip liner is one of her favorite lip products, and I'm like, I literally cannot be bothered. Someone just like take these all away from me at this point, honestly. I'm just gonna go for it. I don't need this pinky one. It's pretty pink compared to everything else. I don't like that. I think that one is About Face, and I believe that is that one, right? Yep. I don't like that color. Gonna declutter that. That Lawless one I do like a lot. This Too Faced plumping one, I love the color of it, but damn, the plumping really, really hurts on this. So I'm going to declutter that. I'm going to keep my one red lip liner. I think what I'm going to do is have to try all these on my lips and kind of see what feels the best application-wise and everything. But these are pretty much literally the same color. I'm ridiculous, but I'm keeping them for now. Okay, I just realized I forgot to go through the rest of like my little everyday lip container here. Part of me was like, oh, I'm just gonna keep all these, but I'm like, no, I should swatch them and go through them all as well. See, like maybe I'll get rid of one. We'll see. I already know I'm keeping these 2 lip balms. We have the Summer Fridays and the Road one. I have this one random NYX lip that I got as like a free gift of purchase when I bought some of my brow stuff off their website, and I keep saying I'm gonna use this and I literally have not, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I have this Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm, and while I like how this feels on my lips, I hate the taste of it. It literally feels like I'm eating the primer slash setting spray from this entire line, and I just don't like that. Like, again, it does feel really good, but I can't really get over the taste of it. I think I will declutter this one. Another MAC lipstick hanging back here. This one is Influentially It from the Kiss Powder Kiss line or whatever it's called. I like this one for kind of brightening up a look. It is pretty peachy, but I'm gonna keep it for now. I also have Urban Decay Oat Milk, which is another one of my favorite kind of nude lipsticks. I mean, this whole thing is gonna be a lot of my favorites. So there's what that one looks like. I will hang on to that. Like I said earlier, this has been like my go-to daily lipstick, the Makeup by Mario Nude Glow. It's just perfect. I love that color. I also love this mini lipstick. This is Erin by Makeup by Mario. Swatch that one. I wear this one a lot. It's pretty similar to Wedding Day from Lawless. And then I just recently bought this one from Anastasia because I wanted another just lighter shade to help lighten up any lips, any lip looks. Let's do a swatch here. See, compared to that MAC one, this one has a little bit more pink in it, and I kind of prefer that over the MAC one. And I do know that MAC one is discontinued as well. So I think I'm going to go back and I'm going to declutter this one. I need to smell this Natasha Denona gloss because it's looking a little crazy over here. Okay, it does smell fine. The color is kind of like a nice, kind of cool toned nude. I'm going to keep that even though it looks a little janky in this packaging. I have these 2 Sigma lip glosses. I haven't used these 2 in a while. Kind of live in here, but I never really reach for them. I'm going to smell them first. Honestly, always start with the smell test with lip glosses. This lighter one smells a little off. Yeah. And even if it's a little off, I'm going to go ahead and declutter it just because, again, I really haven't used it that much. I will hang on to this one, though, and I do really like this kind of more nude color. I have this one Say lip that they sent to me, and I haven't gotten much use out of it. But I do love the applicator of this one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna hang on to that. And these last four are the Lawless Forget the Filler Lip Plumping glosses. I do really love these, and they look really good on their own or on top of another lip, so I'm gonna hang on to all four. Here is how the declutter bin is looking. I got rid of quite a few lip products. I feel really good about that, especially look at the drawer. So much better now. Okay, and moving right along, this is all of my powder blushes. Actually, this is not a powder blush. That's a cream bronzer, but I'm gonna hang on to that. In kind of the same way with lip products, I prefer packaging where I can see the color that I'm grabbing when I just quickly grab it. And that's why like all of these Sigma ones kind of live in the back, because I don't know what I'm looking at. You know what I mean? I just know that I prefer clear packaging for a lot of my color products like this. Okay, so first of all, we have my Hourglass Blush Quad that was in my project pan this year. Still slowly working on this one, but I am going to hold on to it for now. I have 4 of these Bare Minerals highlighting blushes, and I don't think I need to keep all of these. I've been using them more as a blush topper, but I can't really tell you which ones I've been liking. I think Peach Glow is too deep for me, so I'm gonna get rid of that one. Because these are still pretty new to me, I'm gonna hang on to these 3, but to get rid of one, that's fine. I have this other Bare Minerals blush. It's just a matte one in Call My Blush, and I feel like I've been wanting more matte blushes, so I'm gonna hang on to that. And then I have 2 bronzers. I have Kiss of Copper and Kiss of Pink. I do use these quite a bit, so I'm gonna hang on to those. I just need to go through these Sigma ones and I just need to do it, you know? This is Tiger Lily. I really have not used that. Who is this one? Sunset Kiss, kind of more pinky. See, like, I see this and I want to use this in the spring. This is Corte Rosa. I do like this one a lot. I'll definitely keep that. And then Berry Love. Yeah, I like this one because it's a little bit more cool toned, a little bit mauve-y. I think I'm going to get rid of that Tiger Lily just because I really have not used this one a lot. I think I've tried to, but I can just never get it to work for me. And then I have a bunch of the Essence Pure Nude Baked Blushes. I really did love this formula this year. This one's my most used. It's Cool Coral. You can tell because it's like completely rubbed off on top. But again, I love that I can see exactly what color I'm grabbing for. Oh boy, how am I supposed to get rid of these? I'm gonna get rid of that one just because it looks pretty close to Cool Coral. I really like this one. This one is Shimmery Rose. I feel like I've been trying out Pink Flush a little bit more, and this one's a little bit more peachy. I do know that peach is like the Pantone color of the year for 2024, so I'm gonna hang on to that one because I feel like I could be getting a lot of use out of that. Oh my gosh, we need to talk about this blush. I don't think I like it. It doesn't do it for me. It went viral, everyone went crazy about it, and honestly, the formula just kind of sucks. Did you see that? Right? Yeah, no thank you. Decluttering that. Next I have this Makeup by Mario one in Creamy Peach. I definitely think I'll use this a lot this year, with peach being the color of 2024. I have these 2 e.l.f. primer infused blushes, and I believe this one is Always Cheeky and this one is Always Punchy. I think this one is discontinued because whenever I try to link it, I cannot find it. So I'm going to declutter that, but I think I will hang on to this color. I have 2 of the Too Faced blushes here, and I love this packaging because, again, I can kind of see what color I'm looking at, even though it's not going to be like exact, but I really have been liking this formula a lot. Gonna hang on to both of those. I have this Hourglass one in At Night. I've been wearing this a lot more recently because it's a little bit more red. It was really pretty for the holidays. I wore it on Christmas. I don't know how I feel about these Catrice Air ones. I know that Kelly Gooch said she loves these and they were like on her favorites for the year. Let me swatch them. Feels really creamy. But like, am I gonna wear that color? I don't know. I kind of want to say no, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then this one is Coral Sky. This one's the glowy formula. See, I don't really like that color. It's kind of more orangey. I think I'm gonna declutter that one. I will hang on to this Flower Beauty one. And the last one in here is this Beauty and the Beast little blush palette, and I actually love these 2 blush shades, so I'm gonna hang on to that. The highlighter is a little bit deep for me, but I still love these 2, and the formula is great. So I would love to know, what is your favorite brand of powder blush? And also, like, do you like a matte blush or a glowy blush? Like, I want some more blush recommendations. I want to try out some more. Okay, my next drawer is all of my cream blush, bronzers, and highlighters. This one's gonna be a doozy. Let's dive right in. This little bin I pulled from my everyday makeup drawer, so I'm gonna hang on to all of these. We have the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer, the Makeup Revolution one. I have 2 of the Rare Beauty sticks and this e.l.f. Halo Glow Wand, so those are all a keep. Ooh, the My Dream Cheek Trio. I have been trying to get more use out of this, and I definitely have. And I did just buy the new blush from this line, the little like mini one that'll be here pretty soon. I'm gonna hang on to this one for now because I do really like all of these colors and they all work really well for my skin tone. Go back here a little bit because what I've noticed this year is that I really don't use liquid highlight or just cream highlighter as much as I thought I would. Like, I've had this Charlotte Tilbury Beauty Light Wand and Spotlight for so long. I had it in my everyday makeup drawer. I was trying to use it and I just never grabbed for it. It's pretty freaking old at this point too, so I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter this. I did get this one at the same time as this little blush one because they were in a little duo. I want to say like maybe 3 holidays ago. I do like the blush a lot. This one is Pinkgasm, so I'm going to hang on to this but declutter the highlight. And then going back here into the highlights, I still have this one in the packaging and I have not used it, so I'm going to go ahead and rehome this. That's going to be an easy rehome. I have this Rare Beauty one. It's the liquid version in Enlighten. As you guys saw, I have the powder one, which I absolutely love. I just never grabbed for this. But the packaging is so freaking cute. But I don't think I've used this once this entire year, so I'm gonna declutter it. I honestly forgot this was back here. See, if I forget about a product, that means it should probably go. This is a mini of the Flawless Filter by Charlotte. Very similar to the Auric Glow Lust, where I can't really find a purpose for it in my makeup collection. Had it for a few years at this point. I think I'm gonna declutter it. I have a mini of the Drunk Elephant Bronzy Drops. I actually love this to mix in with my moisturizer for the gym, so I'm gonna hold on to this. And I have this Lawless Glowy Stick. They call it the Vacation Glow Multi-Stick. I did use it a lot this summer. It's just a really pretty, like, kind of glowy product for your shoulders and your collarbone and stuff. Very easy to blend, so I'm gonna keep that. It also smells amazing and just like summer. And then back here is the brush that kind of goes with that, so I'll keep these for now. I cannot believe that I just got rid of all of my liquid highlighters. Like, I just don't use that category of makeup, so I don't need them. I have a feeling I'm gonna be keeping most of these cream blushes, but let's dive in here. I have the Patrick Ta one and She's Blushing. I love this thing. Keeping that. I have 2 Tower 28 blushes. Should probably smell these. You always gotta smell your Tower 28 products. It's just a rule. Oh, they still smell good to me. This one I've used quite a bit. It's Power Hour. And this one I received a couple months ago in a PR package and I used it in my Barbie tutorial. But am I really going to use this color again? And I also feel like this shade of blush is kind of going out of style. So I think I'm going to declutter this one. This Milani one, I kind of forgot about it, but I do remember really liking this color. It is Nude Kiss. Again, love the clear packaging. I have this Tarte one that I really like the shade of as well. It's called Peach Sunset. Just a good kind of everyday cream blush. I'm going to hang on to that. A couple Sigma ones back here. Again, I can't see what color it is in the packaging, which just really bugs me. Is this weird? Cute. Okay, this is kind of cute to lay them all out like this. So out of these 4, this is Corday Rosa. I use this one the most. I'm gonna keep that one for sure. And then this deeper one I have been using a lot this winter. I just kind of love this deeper red shade for winter, so that's gonna be a keep as well. But these 2 shades, we got Coral Dawn and Pashmina. I don't really use that much. Should I swatch these 2? See what we're working with here. See, like right now I would not wear these, but in the spring and summer I could see myself using these, so let's hang on to them for now. I have a Makeup by Mario little blush in Barely Blushing. I've heard really mixed reviews about this one, but I like it. It is also the lightest shade in the collection. I might try another shade. We'll see. I have this Rose Ink Heliotrope, which is a super popular color. I do really like this blush. So hang on to that. And then I have 2 of the Melt Blush Lights. This formula is so pigmented. It was one of my favorite formulas, I think, from 2022. I haven't used these in a while though, but I remember they're more of a summer shade for me, you know? They still smell good to me, so I'm gonna hang on to them. I have 2 Rare Beauty blushes. This one is Nearly Apricot, and this one is Nearly Neutral, which I hit pan on 2 years ago. I'm gonna keep these, of course. Kind of want to try another one. I love this formula. And then I recently bought the mini of the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in Hope, and I have been loving this so much. I'm so happy that I bought this one in the mini size. Highly recommend it. And then I have this one little Kaja little stack here. I really like the packaging. It's pretty small, kind of hard to get my brush into, but I don't really have a lot of these shades, as you saw in my cream collection, so I would kind of like this mauvier shade. I don't really use this berry one. I'm gonna declutter it. I haven't used it. I don't need this. Okay, I know this next drawer looks crazy. It normally doesn't look like this because, again, I just grabbed the things from my everyday makeup drawer and put them all in here. So, like, these containers are not normally in here. But this one's going to be a lot of eye products, any single eye products, eyeshadow primers, eyeliners, brows, and mascara is this whole drawer. So, let's do this. I don't know where to start. Probably at the top. So I have this little tub here of some Jones Road eye products that they did send me, and I've been testing them out. I used these recently in a video for my Bright Besties, and they're called Glitter Shine, right? Sparkle Wash. And it does not look like a sparkle wash. It honestly, it's not fun looking. It's not sparkly at all. Like, I would not call that a sparkle wash. I do like the shades though, but this is, it's not doing it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter these two. I should also just tell you now, in case you're new here, I'm not a big fan of single eye products in general. I'm a palette girly. I love palettes, not singles. These two that are in there, these are the best eyeshadow, is simply the name. But I do kind of like these for like a little all over, my goodness, a little all over eyeshadow look. Put this one like on my lid, on my lower lash line. It's really, really pretty. This one's kind of more taupey, so I'm gonna keep those for now. I need to do like a little short with these or something. These are the Just a Sec eyeshadows. Again, they're really pretty, kind of like everyday color. I just need to get more use out of them, so I'm gonna hold on to those for now. This is my eyeshadow primers, and like I said, I pulled this from my everyday drawers. I have the Essence Prime Like a Boss, and it's getting really, really low. I think I'm really close to finishing this one. I have the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, the Anastasia Eye Primer, which is the newest one in my collection. I have an Urban Decay Primer Potion. This one's getting a little bit old and a little crusty, as you can see here. I don't know, is it still creamy? Yeah. I'm gonna keep it for now, but it might have to go pretty soon. And I have this one by About Face, and they say it's like a smoothing primer, but I don't really like this one because it's clear. And I've tried layering like a concealer underneath it, but I don't really like that. So I think I'm gonna declutter this one. That actually feels huge to me. I'm excited about that though. Let's go through these brow products. Again, this was also in my everyday desk drawer. I am going to declutter this Too Faced Fluff and Hold. I just cannot get this one to work with me. I always get the white crusty flakies in my eyebrows, and it's funny because I know that Jen Phillips loves this brow product, so it's just funny how a product can be great for someone and terrible for someone else, and this one just does not work for me. What does work for me is the Rare Beauty clear one, the NYX Brow Glue. I absolutely love these. I am going to declutter this Rare Beauty brow pencil. This one's actually just too dark for me, is literally the reason why I'm getting rid of it. The pencil itself, it's nice. It's one of those thicker little tips, and I actually have used quite a lot of it. Like, it's down there when it's twisted all the way down, and I did like this little fiber on the end, but again, it's just too dark for me, and I've been trying to do my brows a little bit lighter these days. The brow pencil I've been using and loving is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I've been trying out this Lawless brow wax. This one's okay. I also have a mini of the Anastasia Dip Brow Wax, still testing this out as well. I just don't use brow waxes that often, but I still like to have them around. Trying out this Give eyebrow pencil, and while I like the pencil itself, I think it's also too dark for me and what I normally like to do. So like, that's that one. Where's my Anastasia? And this is Anastasia. So yeah, it's just like a little bit lighter, so I think I'm going to get rid of the Give one just because of the color again. And I have this Lawless brow pencil. This is the shade Teddy Bear. I do like this one too. Let's check the color. Oh yeah, so that color is good. Definitely lighter than that deeper one. I also have my NYX brow pen in here. Love, love, love this. I have one eyebrow powder if I'm ever in the mood to add some powder to my brows, which does happen. It's just the Sigma One in Dark. And then back here, I have a mini of the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel that I just haven't gotten around to using because I do have that NYX and Rare one open. So I'll actually probably keep this one in the back of this drawer. So I'll set that aside. But let's go back here to kind of my back stash of brow products. So as you can see, I have some backups of what I just told you I love, the NYX Brow Pen and the NYX Brow Glue. I also have this Haus Labs Brow Pencil. I honestly don't even know how I feel about this one. Color looks fine. I like a thin tip, so I'll keep it for now. I also have this Sigma brow pencil, and I really don't like this one. It honestly just feels kind of cheap in my hand. The pencil does not do what I want it to do, and it's pretty dang dark, so I'm going to declutter that. I have another Give brow pencil. Where is this? Oh, this one has the weird tip. Look at this tip. That is so different, isn't it? I've tried using it a few different ways, but how... Are you dark? Are you showing up? Color is actually okay. This is weird, right? I'm gonna go ahead and declutter it because like I just opened the Anastasia one and I'm loving it, so getting rid of this one. I also have a Kosas Airbrow in medium. I had this one in clear and it went really goopy a couple months ago, but this one still looks good. I'll keep that. And then I have a Sigma clear brow gel, which I don't really like. It does not really hold my brows in place at all, but I do have pretty thick kind of unruly brows that don't like to be tamed, so I'm going to declutter this one. That felt good. Love getting rid of stuff. All my mascaras that I pulled from my everyday drawer. The Tower 28, my absolute favorite. Hanging on to these forever. I have the e.l.f. Lash and Roll. I actually really do like this mascara, and I know they just came out with another new one, which I want to try, so keeping that. I have the Too Faced Naturally Better Than Sex. Still unsure about this one, so I'm going to keep it for now. I have a mini of this Say one. I don't really know if I don't think I liked this one, but I think I need to try it again. See, it's hard trying a new mascara when I have one like this that I'm in love with. Like, I don't want to use anything else, right? I think I need to try this one out some more, though. This Rare Beauty one I've actually had for a while. So, it's a pretty big wand. Like, it's probably garbage at this point. Declutter. Then I have a brown Better Than Sex. I do like this one a lot. I just don't like the original Better Than Sex formula in like the black one, but the brown's good. What is this? Ilia. If I have to be shocked about something, that should not be a thing. Fullest Volumizing Mascara. I think I got this in like a little PR package. I clearly need to try it, so I'm gonna keep it. So remember how in the beginning I said I don't like single eye products? So now we're gonna go through these, and I can already feel myself getting rid of most of these. So I have two of the Merit Cream Shadows that launched this last year. These were so controversial. Honestly, I liked the Studio one. If I was just doing a one and done look, I have used this for that, but do I see myself using it again? Most likely not. Amazing packaging though. And then this one's the green shade Viper. I honestly have not gotten much use out of, so that can be rehomed for sure. I have a couple of these little Kaja stacks back here. Have I used these in the last year? No. So I can already tell you I'm going to declutter them. Again, I'm just a palette girly. Like, the formula of these are great and I love the idea. And if you're someone that you could see yourself using this, I think it's a great product. It's not for me. But like, this matte one is so cute. And maybe if I like were to travel more, I would use that, but no, who am I kidding? I would just use a palette. So these are going to be decluttered and rehomed for sure. I have been holding on to this Marc Jacobs Sequins and Gleam Girl. Marc Jacobs isn't even a brand anymore, but this thing is gorgeous. Look at that. I'm going to put this in my little makeup memories box because it is so old, but dang, it's pretty. Let's do a swatch. We have to, right? That is gorgeous. Isn't Marc Jacobs like low-key coming back though? I don't know, but okay. This will be set aside, not decluttered, going into my makeup memories box. We got Urban Decay Space Cowboy back here. I'm gonna hang on to this forever. This is like the one single eye product I do really love. I mean, everyone knows this product at this point now, right? It's so pretty. Definitely, that was a terrible swatch. Definitely hanging on to this. Also, love the clear packaging. These little Give paints, I think I tried them. I don't know if it was with my besties or what, but I have not used these since. I don't even think about these products, so these are all going to be decluttered. I'm feeling so good right now, just like getting rid of all this stuff that I really have not used in so long. These Juvia's Place little liners that I just got this year with the Afro Galactic collection, and they're actually really pretty. So if I was gonna be honest with myself, I probably won't use these, but because these are so new, maybe I'll use them, and they're just so pretty and sparkly. I'm gonna hang on to them. I have one Urban Decay glitter liner in Midnight Cowboy. I used to always wear this on Christmas, now that I think about it, and I did not wear it this last Christmas because I'm not really wearing glitter liner much anymore, but this is old, I believe. I could not tell you the last time I used this product, but this used to be the shit. Because it's been a year since I've used this and it's probably pretty old, I'm going to declutter it. I have another Urban Decay primer potion. I need to compare this to the other one that I just showed you. I don't know how old this one is, but I'm gonna hold on to it for now. Okay, then I have these two KVD Dazzle sticks. Honestly, these are gorgeous, but I just never ever grab for them. And I remember saying this in my last declutter, I think. I was like debating on whether or not to keep these. Like it's so pretty. I just don't use it. Also, when am I ever wearing silver eyeshadow? Maybe for New Year's, but I don't even do anything on New Year's. Like, who am I? So I'm gonna declutter both of these. Okay, I'm not excited for these last two, and I kind of want to skip it because I need to like swatch all these, and I'm like standing right now. It's just like awkward positioning. Honestly, I don't really want to go through all of these liners and everything with you. I just cannot be bothered right now to go through and like swatch all of these. And I did just go through them recently and kind of like I rotated through a couple. And I know that none of these are super old. Like I said, I just went through these. Like I have some Give Beauty ones, I have some House Labs, Wonder Skin liners, some Urban Decay. That's kind of the gist of it. So I'm going to revisit this on a later day. I just really don't want to do that right now. And I don't even think there's much I'd be getting rid of. But I do have this one Melt eyeliner in the shade Burnish, and it is a gorgeous color. Like, look at that. But how often am I using this? But how cool would it look on my waterline? Like, do I try to use it? I've clearly used it like 3 times. I don't know, it's so pretty though. I'm gonna put it in my makeup desk and see if I'll use it. And if not, then it will be decluttered. But I need to like give myself a chance to use it, you know? Like I said, I did get rid of most of those single eye products. Guys, we made it to the last drawer. And again, this drawer normally does not look this crazy because again, I did throw all of my everyday stuff into this drawer. So this last drawer is my primers, powders, setting sprays, things of that nature. And I feel like I just went through these a few months ago, so I'm not sure if there's a lot I'm gonna get rid of, but let's get going. First of all, love this powder. Keeping it. It's a Lunar Beauty one. Also been testing out this one size one. I'm still unsure of how I feel about it, but I'm going to keep it for now. I also have the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. I love this one. I did pan this one in light this year. Okay, what other powders do we have in here? I have Kosas Airy. Love, love, love. Keep, keep, keep. Okay, Miss Hourglass. I have had this one trio for so freaking long, and I've really been using these two shades a lot, and I still have not hit any pan on that, which I'm honestly really shocked by. And then I have this one in Luminous Light. Are any of these? Okay, I was making sure that this shade is not in this palette, and this is Luminous Light. I would really like to hit pan on one of these this year. And I do think this powder is pretty old in my collection as well, but I'm gonna hang on to those. I have also been trying out this one size powder. It's actually a powder foundation, but I've been using this one more as kind of like a lightening powder. I also love the packaging on this. It's gorgeous. And I've kind of been liking this one, but not as a powder foundation. I have 2 Charlotte Tilbury powders back here. I do use these pretty often. I love that they're minis. I do have pan in this first one. That's a cute little pan. I would love to hit pan in this shade this year, but we will talk about that in my Project Pan video coming soon. Now this LYS one I bought this year. I've heard really good things about it, but I just don't love it, but I also don't hate it. It's another product that's just kind of mid to me, but I also don't have any other pressed translucent setting powders, so I'm gonna keep it for now, but I am looking for another kind of pressed translucent powder. So if you have a favorite, let me know. I guess I do have the Kosas ones, but this one's a little bit more glowy looking, so I don't know. Give me some powder recommendations. I would love that. More loose powders that I have are the Hourglass and the Sigma one. I really like both of these, and this Hourglass one is actually really low. I forgot that I took the sifter out of this. Like, I could definitely finish this up pretty soon. I'm gonna keep all these. So all of those powders are a keep, and I do pretty much use all of them. Oh wait, I forgot about my RCMA No Color powder. Wow, I haven't used this one in a while, and I hate the packaging. I'm gonna keep it. I have finished one of these before. Let's talk about some of these sprays here. These two are almost empty. Hear that? Like, they're so low, so I'm working on finishing these, but I do love both of these. Just like the Rare Beauty Mist All Nighter from Urban Decay. Love these. Gonna pan these very soon. I also have this Cali Ray one, and I hate the sprayer on this, and it's funny because I know that so many people love this spray. The spray itself I think is fine, but it comes out so slow, and I wish there was more spritz to it. So I think what I'm going to do is once I finish either the Urban Decay or the Rare Beauty one is pour this one into those bottles to try to get more use out of it. And then I do have a couple just kind of like skin sprays. They're not necessarily a makeup spray. So I have this Caudalie one and this Peach and Lily one. I think I need to put this one in my skincare drawer because I never really use this one with makeup. So I'm actually going to set this aside, but I'm still going to have it. And then I do like this Peach and Lily one if I just want like a quick kind of hydrating spritz on my face. I think I finished about that much from the bottle, so not bad. Then I also have this mini NYX matte one that I've been liking as well, so I'm going to hang on to that. Like I said, I just went through this pretty recently, so I don't see myself getting rid of a lot. A couple primers that I love, the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, the Power Grip, keeping those 100%. I've been trying out this One Size Secure the Blur, and I don't feel like it's doing enough for my skin, and I would much rather use the e.l.f. one that I just showed you. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter, and this can be rehomed because this is pretty dang new. I have a mini all-nighter spray. This is good for travel, so I'm gonna keep this one. I remember talking about these in my last declutter, the Glowy Makeup Serum by Laneige, and then the Glow Recipe Plum Pump Hyaluronic Acid Serum. I just use these more on days where my skin feels extra dry. I'm still gonna hang on to them for now. Actually, do I have an expiration on them? Wait, this one expires 2024, and I love when they have an actual expiration date on them. This is not an expiration date. I know it looks like it, but it's not. I think I'm gonna declutter it just for that reason, and just to kind of get rid of something so I can use my other primers that I have. So I will hang on to this one. Then I have this Rare Beauty Pore Diffusing Primer. You can see I've used a bit of this, but I just feel like it doesn't do enough for my pores. Like this e.l.f. one is the best. This is just another product that feels very mid to me. It's not amazing, it's not terrible, but like, why do I have it if I have other stuff that I would much rather prefer to use, you know? So I'm gonna declutter this. Okay, and then we have my Smashbox Primerizer. This was in my project pan this year. I do really like this. I hit my goal here. Actually, that's a surprise for the video. Just kidding. I'm hanging on to it. And then I have a mini of this Glow Recipe Pore Smoothing Drops. As you can tell, I've been trying out some more like pore smoothing primers, and I have been liking this one. I've heard such mixed reviews from this, but this one does work for me, and I like that it's a mini. And then I have this Urban Decay All Nighter Face Primer. I don't really think this one does enough for me, and if I want a primer to make my makeup last all night, I'm gonna grab this e.l.f. one. So I'm gonna go ahead and declutter this Urban Decay. Then I have a mini of this Smashbox Mattifying Primer, which I have been liking for more in my T-zone, kind of around my nose, and I love a mini. Then I have the Say Glowy Super Gel. I was obsessed with this probably 2 years ago. I still use it here and there, so I'm gonna hold on to it. Ooh, and then the Pixi Glow Mist. I don't really know if I see myself using this one again, just because it really is such a glowy mist. I feel like when I was super dry, I really enjoyed using this, but I have not used it or been wanting to use it. So I think I'm gonna declutter this one. Like when I've been using a spray now, I wanted to actually set my makeup. I don't really use glowy sprays, so I'm gonna declutter it. All right, just a quick recap. These are all the products that I am decluttering from my collection. I did not think this bin would get this full today, but it is. See, it's my little declutter bin. I wanna look over these real quick. This honestly feels good to be getting rid of this many products out of my collection. Most of this stuff I have not touched in a while, and I really just want my collection to have products that I know I love and look forward to using. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.